guys, this is Stephanie and I'm Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. Today you guys are going to notice that I am not alone on this video. I have my husband Mark.
Hi.
And my very, very good friend McKenna.
Hi.
We are playing the game, Judge That Book by the Cover. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show them a cover of a book. They will see the cover of the book, they will see the title, and then they get to tell me what they think that book is actually about. And whoever is closer gets a point. And the winner gets ice cream. Woo! Yeah. Okay. So let's see.
I didn't know this going in.
Is there something to compete for now? Excitement. Okay. So we're going to start with what I think is going to be an easy one, and it's going to be Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Mark, you go first.
Fangirl is a great book by Rainbow Rowell. She's the author of Eleanor and Park. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's about this girl who is a fangirl of an author, it looks like, probably. She's a fangirl. She's a big fan of this author, and either her name is Kath. We'll say her name. Well, no. Yeah, her name's Kath. Her name is Kath. She fangirls too hard over her favorite YA author, who is also a girl, and she decides that she wants to meet her, and madcap hijinks ensue. That's about all we got.
Okay, McKenna's turn.
Well, obviously, you're wrong. So
Obviously.
Fangirl. The author is the girl, and she's dealing with a fan, this guy who won't leave her alone, and so she makes up this other fangirl that follows her around to get this other guy to leave her alone because he's getting creepy.
Wait, she makes up like an online persona?
Yeah, she
That's
catfishes herself to get rid of this other guy.
Like you do.
If this is not what the book's about, you should write a book about that, because I think we have an idea here.
I'd read it.
So yeah, there's just again partially right a ton of hijinks as she tries to get
You
rid of
can't
this
use
guy.
I use hijinks.
Okay.
That is my word.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans
Oh,
going on.
shenanigans.
But then she discovers that there could be love in the air. So yeah, fangirl.
All right.
Alright. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. For starters, this book takes place in the town that we live in.
Oh, Lincoln?
Cool.
I feel like I gave that vibe out. I didn't say it.
It took me half the book to figure out. I was like, hey, we have one of those in town. Hey, we have one of those too. And I'm like, wait a second. This is about a girl who is going to university with her twin sister, and she is very socially awkward, and she loves Simon Snow, which is like the Harry Potter of their world. And so she writes fan fiction, hence Fangirl, about Simon Snow. And it's her first year in college, and it's just the struggles of a first year of college and being a twin. And
You should have known.
you should have
Twin
known.
I'm a
connection.
twin.
You should have
I should have
known.
gotten it.
So I'm actually not going to give either of you guys a point. Because
I was pretty close.
Mine was fun.
they were both fun. I'll give you a fun point, but no book point. Next we have The Mime Order, and this is by Samantha Shannon. We're going to start with McKenna.
So the Mime Order has these really cool butterflies at the top and bottom, given the like feng shui vibe going on. So what I take the Mime Order to be is it's a secret society of mimes that are also monks, and they train in the ancient art of origami. And so but there's this evil person trying to ruin all of origami
With
and they
fire?
have to fight back.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I won't give you
that's what I
anything.
got.
That's good. Okay. The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. Ooh, I read that backwards even. Samantha Shannon, is that right? Yeah, by Samantha Shannon.
Reasons why I married this guy.
This book, that's right. This book is actually about a girl. A girl is the main character, because I can't imagine them doing a cover like this, and I could be wrong, but a cover like this with a boy. So a girl, and she's kind of low on the streets, maybe like a street rat type, but kind of like that. But she's trying to overthrow into like a I'm gonna say post-apocalyptic world. I don't know. I'm gonna say, yeah, I do know, a post-apocalyptic world, and she's trying to help overthrow a secret society of some sort, and she's looking for some person or power to help her do that, and it's just her journey to do that. The Mime Order.
All right. The Mime Order. By Samantha Shannon. This is actually the second book in the series, the Bone Season
Oh,
series.
I meant to say that. Second book.
And it is about a girl.
Yes! Yeah, aha!
It is futuristic.
What?
And she is like a cop, basically, an
That's not
investigator.
post-apocalyptic.
Just said
It's
it.
futuristic and it is a slightly dystopian society.
Dystopian.
So I can't talk about this too much without giving things away since it is a sequel. But the Bone Season is the first one. I just wanted to see what they're going to come up with this, but I will give the point to Mark.
Yes, I earned it.
Next we have The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. We'll start with Mark.
The Coldest Girl in Cold Town. Again, our main character is a girl. Go figure. It's a YA novel, and she died and she comes back from the dead, and it's a city full of dead people. You could call them vampires, but we won't call them vampires. And she has powers now, and there's a love triangle that I don't want to spoil for you. But let me just say, vampire, zombie, weremonkey. That's right. Weremonkey, not werewolf. Coldest Girl in Cold Town.
You kind of stirred.
Okay.
Yeah.
Follow that.
Have it.
We're dogs.
Wow. So I don't even know where to go with that. Again,
You can just forfeit.
obviously a girl. But I would take it more as a Snow White type situation where she's been frozen in time and she's finally woken up and she's not used to everything going on in town because she's been frozen for so long, and she's just constantly cold because she was frozen for such a long period of time that now she's dealing with the fact that she's cold, but she's also dealing with the new time, and she's also meeting new people and trying to navigate all of that crazy.
So she's actually cold?
So she's actually cold.
So not enough iron, probably. Maybe if she drank some blood. Oh, yes, the Okay, go ahead. No, I want to hear.
I would more go zombie than vampire.
Yeah,
but
I didn't want to say zombie.
Because it's offensive.
I just said,
The
I know,
Walking
sorry.
Dead. How about that? There you go.
All right.
So, basically, The Coldest Girl in Cold Town is about a girl who,
Girl.
Nicely done on that one, guys. It's about a girl who is quarantined to a town because they think that she is sick, and she wakes up surrounded by corpses.
I said zombies.
No, I said monsters, and zombie was one of the one. But I said I didn't want to say zombies. I think it's a little too.
Okay, love triangle, zombie-ish. Mark gets this one. He's so competitive. Okay, next we're gonna go with Touch by Claire North. We're gonna start with Ken.
No.
Good.
I have not read this book yet, but I do know what it's about.
She has a special touch that awakens dead people. She doesn't start out with this gift. She realizes it after she stumbles across a murder and wakes them up. So she goes around to different murders and helps the detectives and tries to figure out who did it.
Pushing
and tries
daisies.
to-
You're getting the plot of Pushing Daisies.
I was gonna say, this sounds great! Only they sing it.
I mean, you said you do what you want. That's fine, because that could be right.
She's working with this detective and there's a love element here, but one of the murderers is catching on and she is in his sight.
Oh boy.
Okay, Mark.
Okay. Touch by Claire the North. This is a mesmerizing thriller. It's little short of a masterpiece, I would say. Poignant, and intensely gripping. I wouldn't call it intensely gripping, but basically the main character, I'm gonna say she does have a special touch, but her touch doesn't, would you say Pushing Daisies? Her touch, she can read minds. She can read minds with her touch of dead people or living. That's kind of more like yours, but still.
See, not so crazy now, huh?
Dang it. No, that was good. So she can read minds, and she can see what people are thinking and what they're going to do and what's going on. And so it's a race to try and stop some evil organization from doing something evil. I don't want to spoil it. That's my
I don't know what this is about, but I don't want to spoil it.
That's my go-to. I don't want to spoil it. And I'm probably not.
So while this girl is, her name is Kepler, is...
It's like a boy's name.
I think it's a girl. I haven't read it yet.
I don't know.
Is dying. She reaches out and she touches somebody and she basically switches bodies with her murderer.
That's more mine than yours.
And then...
Yeah.
So that's the vague of what I know about this, and it's the opposite of what McKenna said, but it's closer to what she said than what you said. Next is going to be Into the Dim, and this is by Janet B. Taylor. Go.
Into the Dim. This is a lot like Outlander. This is a lot like Outlander. The main character is a female, okay? And it's kind of like a time travel book, and she finds this brooch here, if you can see. It is actually an amethyst brooch. The color looks off, but it's amethyst. It's an amethyst brooch, and she's like, "Ooh, this is amazing." And she picks it up, and she gets transported back 1,000 years into the past, where she must fight alongside like this group that if she fails, basically she won't exist in her own time. Into the Dim. Okay.
I'd read that book.
Okay, now I see why you said Outlander.
Front cover, that's why you said it.
Wait, does it say Outlander somewhere there?
Yes.
Author of Outlander.
I'm an idiot. I didn't even see that. Wow. No, I was just going off.
The future is 1,000 years in the past.
Yeah, there's that tag, and I know
So-
Outlander's. She touches standing stones and goes back or whatever.
So, Into the Dim, by Janet B. Taylor. If you didn't say that already. Is set in Scotland, and what
Gutsy
happens...
move. Gutsy move. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, but if it is, you know.
And what happens is this girl goes exploring in this town in Scotland when she's visiting. When she's out exploring, a giant storm comes in and it gets super cloudy and she can't see anything. The wind just ends up knocking her down, and so when she wakes up, she discovers that she is now 1,000 years in the past, and so she has to try and figure out how to get back to her own time while possibly making a love connection in the past. So dealing with the struggle of I need to go home, but I also kind of want to stay.
And marry your great grandfather.
She's in Scotland.
But it's a female.
A fragile 16-year-old Hope Walton loses her mom in an earthquake overseas. Her secluded world crumbles, agreeing to spend the summer in Scotland. Hope discovers that her mother was more than just a brilliant academic, but also a member of a secret society of time travelers.
Oh.
Trapped in the 12th century in the age of Eleanor of
Well, yeah,
Aquitaine.
I said that.
You said she
Hope has 72 hours to
purpose.
rescue
On
her
Outlander.
mom and get back to their own time. Along the way, her path collides with the mysterious boy. Could be vital to her mission, or the key to Hope's undoing.
If we're going off of that, it doesn't say it's a love anything.
That is a love something.
That is a love something. Thank you.
Her undoing is very much a.
It's gonna kill her.
No, probably not. Next, we have Dreams of Gods and Monsters by Laini Taylor.
Oh, Dreams of Gods and Monsters. Girl. So there's
So solid.
It's the final book in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy, so I'll try not to give anything away. You know, want to be vague.
Yeah.
So, there's these golden elk horns, or antlers, as they are called. So she lives in a woodland fairy time period. She discovers that she has control over animals. And she discovers this because she finds out that she's not actually a human, but she's a daughter of a god. So she is figuring out how she has all these special powers, and she
Percy Jackson.
It's a boy. This is not a girl. Go on.
And so she is discovering her new powers, but there's this hidden evil that she has to defeat, based on the fact that they're hunting down all of the animals are dying, of course, mysteriously.
Well, that's not
So
good.
she has to try to save them.
All right. Save them animals, Mark.
Okay, so here's the thing about this one. Siberia, 1940s.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to do with this book. Because dreams of gods and monsters, this girl is the main character, but it is not some new thing, some small little problem that little forest animals are dying or trees are falling down or whatever. No, there is a full-scale war going on. And she is... Those are really antlers, huh? And so she does have some cool power. She can... Not a tree. She'll shoot you with her laser eyes, though. And then she's trying to help win the war, really, of what it is. And it's kind of a throwback. I'm not saying it necessarily directly refers to it, but kind of throwback to the old, like, gods of Olympus, things like that, you know, Zeus and all those. But it is, I'm not saying this directly. I don't want to ruin anything. Spoil it. But she's basically, they're trying to win the war effectively to save the world, not just woodland animals or whatever that was. I don't remember what it is. Dreams of gods and monsters. Boom.
So this is the third book in a trilogy, and I don't want to give much away from the trilogy because so I'm just going to read the synopsis from Daughter of Smoke and Bone, which is the first one.
17-year-old Carew, a lovely enigmatic art student in a Prague boarding school, carries a sketchbook of hideous, frightening monsters.
So a girl.
A chimera who form the only family she has ever known.
Oh, an actual mythic creature. But that's the
She
first
said
one.
mythology. Yeah.
Really? Did I earn it? Moth.
This is Conspiracy of Blood and Smoke by Anne Blankman. Right.
All right. This Conspiracy of Blood and Smoke. It is like a murder mystery more than anything, actually. And this girl, there's a conspiracy about this murder. We don't know really who is behind it, but she's trying to figure out who killed this important person. And there's a lot of misdirection going on. So her lipstick, right there, okay? Her lipstick is actually just lip liner under chapstick. So, I know, look how luscious it looks. See that? And so that's her secret for any of you
What is
who
that
want.
from?
One of our favorite books by Tina Fey, Bossy Pants.
Is it from Mean Girls or Bossy Pants?
It's from Bossy Pants because they were trying to figure out
Oh, that's
Sarah
right, Sarah Palin's
exact lipstick color. So that's the basic plot, that it's a murder mystery and it's the girl trying to figure it out.
You're close. But
So close.
she's a
We're gonna one of
magician's
these times.
assistant. So she's in the middle of a trick with
An illusion.
or illusion.
Thank you.
And the magician is the one in the box. And everything goes awry, and the magician dies. And because she's the one helping with the illusion, the police thinks it's her, which then leads to the murder mystery aspect of she has to try and figure out
Exonerate herself.
who is actually setting her up. And she figures out that there are a lot of other magicians that were fighting with her
Yes. Yes.
boss, and there's
Employer.
just the employer, and there's this long line of conspiracy going on with the magician society.
That's pretty good. Okay. So this is Hitler's niece.
Oh.
So when you said that, I was like, ugh. This is Hitler's niece, and this is the second book in the series, but in the first book in the series, she's starting to get to know a guy who is a news reporter, and he seems like he's Nazi friendly, but turns out he's not. He likes to, kill Hitler, because who doesn't?
They did not see eye to eye.
And so this is the second one, but basically she becomes friends with him, and then she's in the conspiracy to kill him too. Because like I said, everyone wants to kill Hitler.
She's part of the Black Orchestra?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
She plays the cello.
Ooh, neither of us was really close on that one at all.
I'm gonna give it to the fangirl pile, because, yeah.
Yeah.
This one is called A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. Who starts?
Her. Thank goodness.
All right. Well, the school hides dark secrets, is what it says.
Ooh.
So she's in a finishing school.
Of course.
Of course, because there is a corset. So no one in our time will be wearing a corset unless you are in a play going back in time. It is not a time traveling book.
Okay, I didn't know.
But this girl has been sent off to this finishing school after her parents die. While she's at this finishing school, she discovers that there's something strange going on. So she spends most of the book trying to figure out what's going on with her new friends, and she learns that there's a disturbing past to the school.
A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. Set in the late 1800s, I'm gonna say. Late 1800s. She does go to is a boarding school and a finishing school? Are those the same? I'm gonna say boarding school. She goes to a boarding school, but this school hides dark secrets indeed. And I don't want to spoil it.
So that's all I'm gonna say.
No, I don't want to spoil. But she's finding out that
Spoil anything. You don't know what it's about.
She's finding. I could guess right. I mean, broken clock's right twice a day. Okay, so but she finds out there's some crazy thing going on at the school, and she has to help solve a mystery of sorts there as well. And along the way, she meets a boy.
Is there a love triangle?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
She didn't go with the boy thing this time, so I'm just hoping.
So this is another one that I haven't read, but I want to read this one soon, about Gemma Doyle. It's a trilogy. It's the first one in the trilogy, so we can talk about it. Basically, she goes to Spence Academy in London. It's a boarding school.
Ooh.
And then, but tragedy strikes her family in India. Lonely and
Did you say
guilt-ridden,
there was a murder?
Gemma
Parents were killed.
taps into her power to attract the supernatural.
Superpower.
Dark
You didn't say
vision.
superpower.
I said powers. Uses her powers. That's true.
Dark visions fill
Say
her
powers.
mind that have an uncomfortable habit of coming true. So she basically can kind of see dark futures. Yes. Yes. And then there's a click and things like that. But that's the main point of it, is that she starts to have superpowers that she did not know about. And they are dark.
Me.
I don't know. You both had some really good points on this one.
Whoa!
You got the year right. She got the whole...
And the fact that it was a boarding school.
Boarding school and finishing school are about the same thing, okay?
And the fact that remember
She-
enough
that
about
doesn't
what
say
I said
she has
to argue.
vision.
Last one is going to be Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. Now, just so we have a correct tally, it is 3 against 3, and then 2 in the Boy You Guys Suck pile.
This is an excellent. It's from the New York Times bestselling series, the Throne of Glass series, I believe. And this is Queen of Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. Is actually one in a series of 5 series. This one specifically is in there to where she's already she has these powers, so she looks like Sylvanas Windrunner.
Yes, she does.
Mm-hmm.
Nerd
World of
call
Warcraft.
out.
Okay, so she has these dark superpowers that she can use, and they're basically fighting this huge war. She discovers something in this book about her powers, and she's trying to overthrow an evil tyrant who's on the throne and is like basically enslaving the populace. Is what she's doing.
She's enslaving him, or he's...
No, the evil tyrant on the throne.
Yeah.
I was not gender specific because I was gonna say emperor, and then I was like, what if it's a queen?
But what if there's a love triangle?
I'm not gonna go with the
So-
love triangle. Not this time.
Queen of Shadows takes
Maybe
place
a love interest.
in kind of the Game of Thrones setting. So medieval Englandish, but in its own time and land. So
So a
not
fictional world.
fictional world, like what's in Game of Thrones. Okay, you sure you did.
I didn't say that.
And she is one of the knights for a kingdom, and so she is tasked to protect the Queen of Shadows, and she is her best fighter, and so she has to train the rest of the knights in the kingdom, and they are up against an evil magician or sorceress, and she has control over dragons. So they are on a quest to defeat
The sorceress
an
has
army.
control over dragons, or
Yes,
she does? Oh,
sorceress has control over an army of dragons, and she must defeat them in order to protect her young queen.
All right.
so she's a soldier bodyguard.
Sure.
I've never heard that song.
Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas is the 4th book out of 6 books. The 6th one comes out next year, I believe.
So close.
And basically, we're following Selena Sardathian, who is an assassin. And she is in a prison. And then the king basically is like, I'll let you out if you go assassinate these people for me and work for me. And she says,
Evil-
okay.
evil tie-in.
Well, I wouldn't say he's like my best friend. I haven't read any of these books.
But she's working for the evil tyrants.
The question, actually, you both gave pretty good synopsises. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. Does the cover really give that much away? See, I want to give it to Mark because he said she looks like Sylvanas Windrunner, and I've always kind of thought that. But I want to give it to McKenna because she was a little more detailed on the world.
I was
setting.
more right about things, but she throws out these details and then ends up like hitting like dead on. I think either way would be fair. I would accept it.
Would you? So, after much deliberation, it sounds like Mark is closer on this one.
Barely.
Barely.
Touch.
Mark has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mhm.
McKenna has 3. And then the you guys, not even close pile was 2. So that was pretty good. Mark is the winner. Yay! Woo, woo, woo.
What all do I win? What'd you say?
There's some leftover ice cream in the freezer.
Is there actually?
Yeah, it's your gelato.
It's my gelato.
It's gelato.
I'm not giving you my gelato. I'm giving you that little cup of ice cream that came from Amigos. Hey, get back here. We're not done yet. Are you Joey and you have a spoon in your pocket?
What kind of a noob do you take me for? I have a spoon. Oh, I let the dogs down. Hi, girls.
Hi, girls. So Mark got his ice cream.
Mmm.
I got a dog.
It's actually gelato.
It's actually my gelato.
I live here, so.
Hi, other dog.
Hey.
Don't bite your sister's face. Oh, you got the other dog? Oh, just pull my pants down. Okay. Mark got gelato. I got the white dog.
I've got the brown bear that don't care.
Brown bear don't care.
Honey badger.
She is a honey badger. She is.
Takes what she wants.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank my friends for coming on with me and letting me embarrass them just a lot. Yeah, I can see that.
4. Yes. Okay.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be. If you like this video, please be sure to like. If you want to subscribe, please click the subscribe button. And I will be back with another video. I post videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. Goodbye! Alright. Okay, so I have to remember what this is about now.
What?
I vaguely know. Let me see if they have a very good synopsis of it.
I can tell you the synopsis.
You
Cold
just told me.
Cold Town. I told you. It's this girl, and it's a bad place you don't want to be in. The town where you're in, and it's dangerous. Okay, so
She's also related to
so
the
if I
queen,
win
which
this
is
one,
why.
fair and square. If I win this one, like I win. But for style points, pretty much throughout the game, I right now I'm conceding to McKenna.
Wouldn't
like,
you
hers are
read
pretty-
half of these books
hers are
that
pretty
she's
great.
describing? I'm like, I'd read that. I'd read that.
yeah, hers are pretty great. Or that's my phone.
Left your phone on, huh? She turned hers
I
off.
don't know the rules. Sorry.